Hey, Bobby. Hope you're doing okay. Um, that's cool though. The thing with you and yo lady. Um, okay. Okay. I was reading your email. So it's kind of like it's almost like this, Bob. It's like we know you want to get out of there. Um, I totally know the feeling. It's like this. It's like you want to get out of there so effing bad that I think the focus is. It's almost like making it worse than. And don't get me wrong. You're like, no, Bob. It's worse. Um, it's almost like your savior is a job, and you actually had one that you thought it was going to work out. I feel like there's a better one, and a lot of the times when things fall through like that, it's because it's like, we know you're pushing for it, but um, I was just reading something too. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like um, we follow the path of like manifesting and creating what we want and being positive, and then we have our eyes set on whatever the goal is. Does that mean that we're not going to get it? Not necessarily, but sometimes God or the universe will step in and go, I know you really want that really, really bad. You might not, probably going to be pissed about this, but we got to take it from you, but we can't tell you why right now. So let's see what else is coming. Okay. So you want to do like a September, October. So we'll do like mid September, mid October. The Spirit Guides, this reading is for Bobby and Bobby B. And this will be on career opportunities for him. Um, yeah, let's see what comes up. Yeah, you're bummed. It's and I love it's perfect, Bobby, because it's like this. It's exactly what your email said. You're bummed, but your love life's great. You're like, yeah, and I kind of get, with your ex, it's like the two of you, if you look at it, it's like reuniting. Here, let me see. Do you see how like the woman, the blonde, it's not focusing. I'm sorry, but she's like she's got one of the bouquets in the air, and she's like, hell yeah. And then you're like, hell yeah. Um, Current situation. Okay, let me pull a clarifier on that. Oh, and the good thing to remember is, you know, it's like you put all your eggs in one basket, and it was well basically 3 cups. Okay, there's some more behind you. Okay, so it's almost like this. It's almost like, okay, I already know what that is, and I'm not going to get it. So let's move on. Okay. Um, Probably kind of you really bummed right now. Okay, because basically, but here with the Five of Swords, this is kind of like this is my bittersweet victory card. It's a victory for you, meaning that whatever is coming next, you'll be thankful that you didn't get this job, and I hope that makes sense to you. Okay, let's see what's working for you in terms of work. I think things are going to start moving forward. I do, and let me show you because these cards just fell out. Job, work. Okay, you might be focused too much. You might be focused too much on how much you fucking hate that job. Because this card's called a missed opportunity. Okay, and don't drive yourself nuts going, well, I don't know where this other opportunity is. Sometimes it's just a matter of taking a deep breath, going, everything's gonna work out. I didn't get that job. I will find something. Okay, but when you start setting, it's good to set goals, but when you start setting like, what the hell's going on with my hair? When you start setting like, okay, I'm gonna find a job by this Friday. That's good because it's like but it starts to get time constraint. Okay, and I hope that makes sense. And I don't even know why I'm telling you that, but basically, this is what I'm getting. Things are turning forward. It's things like this where we look at it as a setback. It's not a setback. Okay. Um, so what's working for you? Basically, I feel like this. It's like, and I don't know if this is because I know that your ex is a Capricorn, but I feel like she's a good emotional support for you. That even if you feel like things are hard, she's balancing you out right now. Okay, it's almost like that's working for you. Basically, I feel like you have. See, if you look at this Ten of Pentacles, it's about shared resources, you know, supporting one another. But I feel like more so, she's in touch with connecting with you on that emotional level. I don't feel like you ride on an emotional level that often, but when you go there, she's there. Like she's a good balance for you, and that's good. So it's almost like even when things start to feel like overwhelming, at the end of the day, she balances you out. So let's see what are the challenges that are going on in terms of you finding a new job? Bob, are you applying for jobs? Like, I hope you're not like cussing me out right now. Okay, so you're looking at that job. Are you applying for like a shitload of jobs? Are you like putting out your resume and you know, doing any networking that's involved? The only reason I'm asking that is that it was the first thing that came up. I was like, I don't know why the number one or two. I don't know if it was you're focused on getting this job, and then there's another one that's kind of floating around. But basically, it's this. The challenge is this, because I was asking you, are you applying for jobs? Okay, and I'm wondering if you're going to be honest with me. Applying for jobs and like interviewing, applying for other jobs. Okay, because I feel like Spirit saying, you and your lady, and this is not I'm not hating on her or you with her. I think she's actually really good for you right now. It's almost like um, there's something about balance. Okay, a lot of your attention may be going to her right now, but I feel like Spirit's saying that's fine. Enjoy her. Okay, um, but manage some of that time also. It's almost like if work is really driving you up the wall, you got to throw a little bit more priority onto that. I don't know if you are or not. Okay, so it's almost like in order for you to get away from your environment where you're at, it's about balance too. So it's kind of like this. It's like job searching and your woman. Well, the job searching's like, hello, but the job search is still there. It's right by your side. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. So it's almost like it's not about like you need to try harder. It's about like don't rely on, don't put your faith too much into, I don't even want to say that. There's something about like, sorry, Bob, I'm really trying to get the messages out here. Okay. The challenge here is you figuring out, you know, applying for a job where you know that you're going to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and you're like, I'm making good money. I feel good. This may not be my dream job, or maybe it is, but either way, I'm a boss because the King of Pentacles, he's the king, right? King of money. Okay. But what's interesting is we have this, the Devil card here, so I don't know if you're freaking out about things. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling like this is once again going back to something that you dislike or hate, maybe even something boring. The Hierophant represents like structured things behind a desk, doing that kind of stuff. I don't know if you have experience doing that. Okay. Now I know that you previously when we talked, you know, there was kind of a challenge in terms of you know, you're like, well, I could get this job, but you know, it's not going to make a whole lot, and I don't want to do that. I feel like if the objective here is to get you out of where you're at, you're going to find something. But I feel like if you're looking to delve deeper into something bigger and better, remember when we were talking about, I was like, Bob, I think acting should still be in your life. That's really important. It's like because when we surround ourselves or keep ourselves, even if it's part-time, even if it's not even barely part-time, as long as it's still in our lives, that's what keeps the creative juices flowing. That's what keeps us, that's where we have something to look forward to. That's what expands our mind into other facets and areas of work and career. Okay, and I hope I'm not losing you here, but basically like this, you know, this guy here, it's like, say this is a job situation. It's like, well, he didn't get all the money that he wanted, but he knows that it's going to pay off if he invests in it and it's going to grow. Basically, like starting off in a company, you're not starting off with the wages that you want, but you know that over time, within 6 months, you're going to get a huge raise because they know you're legit. Okay. But I feel like Spirit's saying that might be on your mind, but you're not taking action on it. Okay. That might be another option for you. Let's do this, Bobby. I want to ask, because I'm doing my spread that I normally do, but I want to, we'll finish that, but I want to focus more on like specific questions that are going to help you, because I feel like I'm getting a little bit too wordy. It's almost like if you've seen jobs that were potential, but for some reason there was like one thing where I just hear like you got to give it a chance. Give it a chance. It's almost like striking a gold mine. Whether that's financially or whether it's like the opportunity, you're like, oh my gosh, I never would have thought I would be doing this, or I love this, or that I would be able to have this opportunity, whatever it is. Okay, so Spirit Guides, can you tell me what Bobby needs to know in terms of his career? One, you need to apply for things that have more meaning for you. Okay, why is that important for Bobby? Because it's going to allow movement in your life. Okay, and it'll allow movement for you, growth. You see those swords, that's your mind, thoughts, communication. It'll allow you, and I don't know if that means it'll allow you to move around, be more like, so with a movement card, potentially if you're applying for more jobs where, there's more passion involved in that. And I'm going to be really corny right now, but it's kind of like working for a production company as, an assistant, or working for a casting agency as, the person who, guides and directs the individuals where to meet, where they're going, stuff like that. And I'm just throwing this out there because I'm trying to find the connection, whatever it is. Okay. I don't know if you're Honey Bunny, if she's been throwing out ideas, okay, but she just popped up as well. Okay, so it's almost like if she's throwing out ideas, just hear her out. But I feel like Spirit's saying it's really important that you go to something that's going to be like passionate. Okay, and I know that can be frustrating because a lot of the times it's like, well, I don't know what that is, or I don't know where to. I haven't seen a job for that yet. So where should Bobby go to find this job? So I don't know if you know a woman who owns her own business. This is a Capricorn too, so this could represent your ex. All right. Or maybe your ex mentioned something about this. It's saying to go to some lady. Okay. First she popped up. Okay. I'm going to throw all kinds of stuff out here because I want you to be able to bite onto something. So I don't know if there was maybe somebody that you dated, maybe like went on a date one time and they ended up working in a field that you would love to work in. I feel like it's something related to that. That makes sense. Like reaching out to somebody that, it's a field that you want. Because if you look at it, this Knight of Wands, he's carrying the wand. Wands are, it's not like a boring old job. It's like I feel like whatever the next job is, it's going to be like a new love for you. Okay. Spirit Guides, what will Bobby be doing that will have meaning for him in his next job? Whatever then, okay. Do you do comedy? Okay. This is what I'm getting. So I just asked, okay, so what's Bobby going to be doing in his next job that, maybe he, whatever it is. Okay. So here's the job. The High Priestess is here, and then the Two of Swords. Okay. I feel like this is something you know. You know what it is. but you're not moving in that direction. You're telling yourself, ah, it's too hard, or I don't know, I don't know if I can handle it. But there's somebody, I don't know if it's, and you've gotten these cards before. So whether this is you, the Queen of Swords, telling yourself, like in your mind, or if this is a woman who's told you, like, well, if you walk away from doing that, then you're not being honest with yourself because you still want to do that. Okay. I feel like it brings balance to your life. Okay. It may not be the most, you may not make a whole lot of money at first. What is it? What is this job? What is the job? Bob, you're gonna hate me. I feel like it's telling me to go back to acting. I really do. Okay? Because at first I was like, because these cards came up before. Do you remember in one of the readings where I said, I think you need to be like your own boss, or you need to be like, I don't know, you have your own business, or something along those lines. Okay? But it's at first, it's like, I don't know if I'm going to make a whole lot of money. Okay? But Spirit's saying, have hope, because, I mean, once you're doing it, then you're basically, you become the magician. You know that industry, okay? And you feel good about it when you're there. It makes you feel good. Spirit's saying, like, give it another go. Like, start a new chapter. So at first I was like, okay, so King of Pentacles, so Bobby needs to be a boss and somewhere. Then it's like, no, the new beginning is that it's something that makes him happy. It's something that he's good at. It's something that he feels confident in. He's his own boss. He basically goes solo. He does it on his own. I was like, well, what is it? So when I pulled this Chariot card, it looks like somebody who's, I mean, I know he's in a cart, but he looks like he's standing on a stage. Okay. But I feel like part of you kind of, I don't know if it was through, maybe you were getting rejected, like too much rejection, or you kind of said, maybe this isn't right for me. Okay. Because here's you with your back to it now, because whether you were hearing things like, sorry, we don't need you, or it was just like, things just, if maybe you were in a, like things weren't rolling for you, and part of you like kind of walked away from it. It's almost like this, Bobby. It's almost like, and I get it. I totally get it. You know, you're like, Bobby, I still got to pay the bills, and doing that, you know, it doesn't really pay the bills. I get it. I just remember when I was saying it's important that you integrate that in your life still, and you may still be doing that. But I feel like this is what I feel like. It's almost like this, Bobby, because I'm like, okay, so what if Bobby was to continue doing that part-time, even barely part-time? It's like, yeah, it'd be a process. In terms of money, probably wouldn't be much at first, but that's all about the investment. It, you have to invest in something, give it time, and I know you've given it time. And you might get to a point where you're anxious, like, oh shit, maybe I'm investing too much in this that it's not going to take me anywhere, and then bam. Okay? Which is balance. Look at all that money, okay? And being on your path. Yeah, there's something about like going back. Okay, let's ask more questions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out the spread that I usually do. And like I said, I'm trying to find like really good questions to ask for you, Bob, because I know that that can be really, I feel like it's got to be close. Because in terms of like Capricorn, reading for Capricorn, even myself, I'm going through like my own stuff. Like with my health, with changes I need to make. But I go in waves with it. But it's still movement. It's still movement forward. It's like maintaining that balance, you know? Like weeklies. I started doing weeklies, and well, that's tomorrow. They're supposed to be from, you know, Monday through Sunday. And I'm like, well, you know, if I start them tonight, great. If I don't, I don't. But tomorrow, I have tomorrow. I'm very much like, even though I'm my own boss with this, I don't like the restrictions or people telling me like, hey, are you okay? I didn't get, you know, my monthly reading or my weekly reading yet. And it's like, Okay, sorry. I know that you're a subscriber and you follow me, and maybe you genuinely care, but I'm my own boss, so I'll get them out. The monthlies are still there. Don't worry. Um, sorry, I'm venting now. Okay, Spirit Guides, this is a career reading for Bobby. He needs guidance. Anything exciting that you can tell him in terms of news, exciting news. Okay. Yeah, Bob, I feel like there, in terms of like job, it's like you're fighting something. Fighting going back, fighting doing something that you want to do. I want to know what this is, but let me hold on real quick. I'm going to lay down all the cards and then I'm just going to go through and whatever messages I get, and we'll go with that. Okay, moving forward. And your advice. And what will you do moving forward in terms of career? Okay, so I feel like the job that you didn't get, okay, bittersweet, you didn't get it. There's going to be something better, okay? But I feel like part of you is kind of like feeling really bummed, like in terms of like wanting to just like throw in the towel as far as like hopes that you had about certain things. I don't know what those are, but this Four Cups is coming up again, okay? It's almost like a lot of the times this card's about looking in the wrong direction, okay? Because this card here, this is what this guy's been hoping and dreaming for. Is he going in that direction? No, he's got his arms crossed and he's going, well, I want this. These are the other options that I have. So he's missing the opportunity. So I think Spirit's saying it's time to focus back on what matters to you. What's going to make you feel good. And once again, I hope this doesn't piss you off, but it's like this, Bob. It's like, if you still have a job, it's like going to work and like grounding yourself and going, you know what, this is a job. Okay? I have something, and now I have the opportunity. I'm going balls to the wall. I'm going to go get what I really want. Okay? But that doesn't mean that, still put out resumes, still do all of that, but put a lot of the priority and focus on what is it that you really want to do. Okay? In terms of what's working for you, overall, you're happy in terms of like love. Okay? It's like passionate. All right? I feel like for you, there's not a whole lot of drama in your life. Like work might suck, but there's no drama, which is good. So no movement in terms of drama. So that's good. Your challenges. You're bummed. Bummed because you wanted that job, right? The new job. Okay. So I think for you in terms of like security, job security, or feeling like a boss, there's something there where it's like, fuck, man. In terms of direction, there is a certain sense of resistance, but it's almost like, okay, well then I'll just keep trying or I'll go in this direction. But it's like, do you see it's a struggle? I almost feel like it's time to turn the other way. What would be the other way? It's something that you have mixed emotions about and means something to, like you feel it in your bones, or you have a lot of feelings towards it. And I hope that makes sense for you. Because basically it's this. If that's not working, then where do you go? Well, you go in the opposite direction. So instead of it being necessarily about just money, it's basically saying, because the King of Cups is about emotion. It's about emotion. And that's what's going to help you get, see all these ones that represent different emotions within you. That's where you're going to get all of these aligned and balanced. Okay? Because I feel like the road that you're on right now, the challenge is like this. No, I'm focused. I'm going to get another job. But it just feels like you just keep finding resistance where you're at, resistance with, you think you're going to get a job and then you don't get it, and then it leaves you in the state of confusion. Like, what do I need to know? What do I need to know? Okay. And I feel like the message keeps coming up is you already know what you want to do. You know what that is, but you're not taking any action on it. Okay? It's something that is passionate for you. It's something that matters, something that feels good. Okay? It's this. Okay? So Spirit's Guide saying this. You know what it is, but you're blindfolding and you're not moving. You're sitting there. Okay? So Spirit's saying you got to move. You got to move. Take action. Move. Talk to, market, what's that called? You know, yeah, we'll just skip that. But basically, I feel like it's connected to something that feels good to you. Something that, I don't know why I keep saying it's something that matters to you. Okay? So I feel like the choice for you is this. Because there's two choices. This is what's crazy. And I'm not going to get too much into detail because I feel like, Bob, if it's going to resonate, then you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Hope that makes sense. Challenge position, Lover's card and the Judgment card. Okay, well, both of these are about making a decision. One, this is about making a decision in terms of something you love. Okay, the Judgment card is making a decision, like a big one. Okay. So these are, we could say that these are either you reaching out or they're offers. An offer of a job of something you love or an offer of something that's going to pay the bills. Okay? That's where a choice or decision needs to be made, because I feel like the challenge is it's like you keep hoping and wishing and you keep praying. But it's like it's almost like, what does this mean, Spirit? It's almost like this. It's like Spirit saying, okay, there's a part of you that says, no, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go on this interview or I'm going to work for these people. But I feel like the message that keeps coming across is, but that's not balanced for you. That's not going to work for you. It's just going to leave you kind of like empty. That I feel like Spirit saying, you know, because King of Swords, he has no doubt about anything. He knows what he wants. Okay. So I don't know if there's anything that you've talked about, okay, in terms of career with your girl, but she keeps popping up. Okay, she's here. So forward movement of love. Well, it's with her. She's coming up as the Queen of Cups. So I don't know if she's intuitive or if she's giving you good advice. And, you know, the one thing about Aries, you guys don't like to be told what to do. I'm a Capricorn and I'm... try me. I'm the same way. It's almost like I'm hearing like you don't have to do all of this on your own. Like, you know, it's almost like Spirit's going to try to give you messages in any way they can. And if you're too frustrated or if it's a crazy day, the Spirit can only get to you, you know, to where you can hear it or catch that message. That Spirit's going to talk to you through other people as well. So I hope that resonates. Let's pull a few more cards for you, okay? What direction in terms of career is in Bobby's best interest moving forward? Well, I hope this makes sense. I feel like you will be on your path, okay? If you choose something where it's not necessarily a ton of money, but you decide that you're going to do it, and it's actually going to create healing in your life, and it's something that you're going to celebrate, okay? And the Spirit's telling me to ask you, when you look at this card, what does it look like? Because that's where you're supposed to go, okay? It's something you walked away from or thought you were done with, okay? But you've got another chapter doing that, right? What can you expect moving forward, mid-September through October? What can you expect in terms of career? Well, it's like this. Here's the job that didn't pan out, right? And remember, I was saying, well, because something better is going to come. Well, it'll be a victory for you, but you have to decide if you're going to go back to, what does this mean to you? The Fool. Once again, I feel like this is the entertainment industry, because the Fool, he's the performer, okay? Whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, okay? The thing with her is, if you look at her, so I don't know if this is if your girl, and if you guys have been chatting about work and your struggles with that, but if you look kind of at the Queen of Pentacles, you see that she's sad, but she's holding a big old coin, but she's still sad. It's because she's not allowing herself to, she's not giving herself what she needs, okay? So she might have a big old house, all the money in the world, but what's missing, okay? And I feel like that's an important question to ask yourself. Because it's the difference between, well, I'll just keep doing this and whatever, but I feel like you want something that has meaning to you. You know what it is. King of Swords, once again. It's like Spirit saying, you know what this is, Bobby. I feel like it's something where there was a shakeup, and it doesn't necessarily have to mean drama or bad, but your action was you went away from it, okay? I feel like you still think about it, but you don't do anything with it, okay? Because potentially the investment was taking too long. But I feel like if you invest in it again, it's going to bring balance and happiness to your life. Okay? You just have to take that step and move forward with it. Okay? I don't know who this is, but this lady keeps popping up going, what are you going to do? Do what you love. Go towards what you love, and that's where the job will come. Okay? I think it's your lady. I really do. So I'm like, who is it? Who's this one? She's telling you what's going on. And maybe she's not that involved. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's just like, you're going to do what you're going to do. Side and Aries, for nice to tell him that all the time. He'd be like, Bobby, what do you think I should do? And I said, well, it doesn't matter what I tell you, because you're going to do it. You're going to do whatever you want anyways. And he got fucking pissed. But I was like, hey, this is real talk. Like, don't come to me for advice, because I know you ain't going to take it. So don't make me expend my energy on your happy ass. Okay. Anything else for Bobby moving forward? And if this is kind of confusing for you, Bob, just send me an email and I'll pull more cards. You know what it is, Bob. You know the direction that you want to go. It has meaning. It's something you walked away from. Maybe you thought you were done with. You're going to have healing with it. You're going to feel healing. In terms of, now, whatever this is, if there is a woman who's like in charge of something, okay? I think that's who this Empress is coming up. So I don't know why I just get like she's really pretty and whatever. Maybe she's a straight up blonde. I don't know. But she's part of an organization, and I feel like you need to go to her. Okay? I feel like it's something you walked away from. Okay? Five of Swords is, okay, it's a bittersweet victory. It's like, okay, I'm walking away, but this is good. Here's the Fool again. Performer. Here's the Juggler. So it's all leading to kind of like, I don't know if it's the entertainment industry. I don't know what it would mean for you, but it's something that you have passion towards. Okay? Something you believe in. I feel like Spirit's saying you can keep waiting and praying. Not that it won't help, but I feel like it's just going to drive you nuts. Okay? And lead you to, because it's kind of like you pray and pray and pray for some, like, please send me a job, send me a job. And then you apply for jobs and then you don't get them, and then you apply for different jobs. You're constantly in an influx of changing what it is that you want with different jobs. And I feel like Spirit's saying, whether this is you or someone else, they're saying, You know what you want. Just take action and go in that direction. Take action, go in that direction. If you have to tell yourself that, there will be a job offer there. You have to go there. And it's a job offer with something that you will love. Okay? It's something you walked away from, but Spirit's saying you have to have hope again. Okay? Because you haven't, once again, because this is a new chapter with it. Okay? Whatever this card means to you. I hope you didn't work in like a brothel or like a bunch of hoes. But whatever this means to you. Okay? Because I don't want to keep referencing to like your acting or whatever that is. But it's celebration. Okay? But it's people. It's usually this card is a bit, when it comes up, I tell people like, oh, so you need to get together with family and friends and go out and have drinks and mingle and do all of those things. So let me know how this reading went. It was a little bit unorthodox in terms of like how I usually do my spreads, but I just wanted to give it a shot with you, Bob. So hope that it was helpful to you, and let me know. And if you need me to pull a few more cards, then I'll do that for you, no problem. Okay. Other than that, I'm glad that everything else seems to be going good. Things are good with me. I just feel like I'm expanding, and I don't even know how to explain it, but because I get messages from Spirit all the time, and sometimes I'm trying to process it, going, what does this mean? Did I make that up? Anyways, I'm good. I'm just waiting for change and whatnot. So take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.